This is the Sunday Business Page with John Delano.
Good morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to another edition of the Sunday Business Page. And our very special guest this morning is Frank Snyder, who is the newly elected president of the Pennsylvania AFL-CIO. Frank, good to be with you, sir. Thank you for spending time with us.
You better believe it, John. It's great to be with you as well here in this wonderful area of Western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the city of champions, and your viewers all across Western PA and beyond.
Well, you're no stranger to this area, Frank, because you grew up in Beaver County, and I know you worked for the United Steelworkers. I'm going to admit it right up front. That was my first labor union that I was a member of. Of course, I'm now a member of the AFTRA, SAG-AFTRA, which represents the television folks. But Frank, congratulations on this election. I think a lot of folks may not know exactly what is the Pennsylvania AFL-CIO.
You bet. So the AFL-CIO, the American Federation of Labor, Congress of Industrial Organizations, is a labor federation, an umbrella, if you will, of all unions that come under the purview. It could be steelworkers, just like you and I belong to, John, SAG-AFTRA. It's nurses, it's electricians, it's plumbers, it's fitters, it's NFL football players, by the way. But we are a federation of labor unions. We have 700,000 hardworking women and men all across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania that make up our federation.
What is the status of unions in Pennsylvania these days? Are they growing? Are they on the decline? Does it matter which union?
Well, it does matter which union. That's a great question. Some are doing a little bit better than other ones, but in general, as membership has continued to face a decline. And it's been for a number of years, and there's a number of reasons for that. And primarily, legislation that has not been supportive of workers who want to join unions. When you look at what's happening today, 68% of the general public approve of labor unions in this country, which is an all-time high. At least it's higher than it has been in 60 years when the last time records were kept of that. We're seeing so much activity that's going on out there in workplaces, whether it's the Great Resignation or Striketober. Workers are taking action with their feet. You know, we were called, as you know, John, essential a few years ago at the beginning of this pandemic. But it wasn't long before so many employers that once considered us to be essential, that treated us as heroes, began to treat us as zeros. And it's difficult to find workers. We see that. And that has been the case. And it's difficult to find workers because, frankly, employers simply are not paying a living wage. And that's what workers are doing. They're taking action upon themselves. I am optimistic that we're going to be able to translate this action and activity into growth in Pennsylvania, into new union membership in Pennsylvania.
Well, you may have anticipated my question, and we only have about a minute left. Frank, as the new president of this organization, what is your great hope in the coming years as the new leader of the Pennsylvania AFL-CIO?
My hope is certainly that we grow the union movement in Pennsylvania. My hope is that we have members, boots on the ground, taking it to the street. That's an electoral politics. That's a moving legislation that's positive for workers and for unions. It's in community service. It's giving back to the communities. That's the oldest tradition in organized labor. So like to see growth, like to see organizing, legislative action, political action, and community action.
And I've got about 15 seconds here. Does it all begin in Western Pennsylvania? You know, we like to think that this is the heart of unionism.
In many ways, it is the heart of unionism. But, you know, wherever there's a union member in 67 counties, I consider that's the heart of unionism, where people are saying a good word about their union.
Well, Frank Snyder, the new president of the Pennsylvania AFL-CIO, thank you, sir, for spending time with us today. Congratulations on your election.
Thank you so much, John. Great to see you.
And thank you for watching this edition of the Sunday Business Page. Have a great Sunday, everybody.